Yo, we're back with another video, Dream Seekers Podcast, with your host AJ.
Jared.
Oosh.
And today's topic, we're going to talk about Stephon Clarke. Okay, let me just talk about the history real quick. The history behind it was he had his phone in his hand, he was running because the police was chasing him, and the cops shot at him 5 times first. He was on the ground. They said, get up. Shot him 5 more times because he didn't respond. They said, get up. He didn't get up. Shot him, I think, 10 more times. A total of 20 times is what I remember. And they were mad because he wouldn't get up. Now, this case, they let the cops get off the hook. Because the cops aren't doing nothing. The cops are still working for that force. They're not in jail, nothing. What are your thoughts? What are your guys' thoughts on it?
See, now, I feel as though, personally, I just think that just the whole situation between blacks and police relations and whatnot, and just like, the ongoing violence and things of that nature, I just feel as though we need to have, a discussion where, you know what I'm saying? I feel as though we need to have a conversation where it's just like, we need to kind of just make sure communication is there. So, things like this could be avoided because...
I feel like, I'm sorry to interrupt you.
No, you
I feel like, with me, in case anybody of any color needs help, we should be comfortable enough to call the police. For an African American, he shouldn't be scared to call the police if he needs help. For let's say me, if I need help with something, I shouldn't be scared to call the police about my life. I shouldn't be like, should I call the police? If I call the police, I might die. I might get killed. I shouldn't have to think like that. As a person in this society, I should only worry about one thing, and that's my safety. I shouldn't have to worry about the cops and my safety. Cops is another reason why, so many African Americans have lost their life. It goes all the way back that I can remember. Trayvon Martin was the first child that lost his life. I don't know if you guys remember Trayvon Martin.
But, I remember that.
I don't know.
He was buying Skittles from the store.
He had a hoodie on.
And he had a hoodie on.
Yeah, honestly, I feel as though he was like one of the first ones to be I guess broadcast it in that way.
I don't want to say it, but it's like a trend. He was the start of the trend. As bad as that sounds, he was the start of the trend.
It's the truth.
Because he was the first one he killed, and after that,
Michael Brown,
after
that,
the guy from New York, Eric Gardner, I think it was.
Eric Gardner, exactly. Yeah.
They choked him out. It kept going.
No, the Eric Gardner one in particular, that was brutal because I saw the video.
Was that the one they choked him out?
Yeah.
When he was getting arrested, they put him in a.
It was that
car.
one, and exactly. It was not just
one
Baltimore? Officer, but it was.
I thought it was New York.
Baltimore.
Bro, it was 8 officers on one man, and it was
put
just like they already did enough to detain him because he was basically down, and essentially, he just couldn't fend for himself. But then
I just want to say one thing. I remember Jay-Z was talking about Jay-Z in 444. The story of OJ. I don't know if you guys remember that song. Basically, in the intro, first of all, in the intro, he's like, rich nigga, po nigga, real nigga, faux nigga. Basically, that whole meaning right there, it basically means doesn't matter what we are as African Americans, we're still going to be called the N-word to each other, first of all, and probably by racist white people or just anybody. We're still going to be what they think we're going to be. Always that N-word. We're always going to be below them because that word is going to bring us down. And that song just, a lot of people don't know that song has so much meaning behind it.
No, see, like Jay-Z, he's one of the most, most aware rappers that we have because he puts so much into his music where a lot of it, I feel as though, it'll just kind of just go over people's heads. But we're all real hip hop fans.
Yeah.
And we all listen and we know because we listen to lyrics, we talk about it, See, with the generation now, it's just like they grow up on the Lil Pumps, they grow up on smoke
Actually,
perps.
somebody asked me the other day. I was like, you know, Ice Cube was a rapper. No, no. I said, did you know Ice Cube? I said to somebody, I was like, did you know Ice Cube was a rapper?
Yeah.
No, I just knew he was a movie star.
See,
See, and this is the hip hop that
I
kids.
used to be like that though, yeah.
So I can't even get mad at these kids because they're not getting taught right.
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 My parents are not teaching them the old hip hop, the lyrics that have meaning behind it. So I can't really get mad at these kids, but you gotta do some digging yourself. Like when I first started listening to hip hop, I think the first song I've listened to was 100 Miles and Running by NWA.
Right.
That was the first ever song I've ever listened to. I think I was in 7th grade, maybe like 12, 13. And that was the first ever song I've listened to that was hip hop.
Right.
And after that, I just got hooked on to Ice Cube and NWA, and then it just kept going out and out.
Exactly.
But for me, I feel as though this situation is crazy itself because it's like this kid didn't do nothing.
Right.
First of all, the cops said he had a phone in his hand. Then they went on and said that he had a crowbar in his hand. And these stories,
Switching it up, huh?
these stories the police are saying are not adding up.
Right.
They're just trying to make us as in the minorities, not us as in black people.
Right.
Because I'm half black, half Spanish, and these two are African Americans, right?
Right.
Right. Just making sure. Don't want to just assume.
I mean, I'm black and Indian.
Oh, black and Indian?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. But yeah, us as minorities, they're gonna keep treating us like poop or shit until we unite.
I like the analogy, bro.
And I don't know. They're just gonna keep treating us like shit until we do something about it. And so far, it looks like the only time we unite
Is when
when one of us gets killed.
yeah, one of our own get killed.
Right, and I feel as though.
But it's okay for us to kill each other.
Right.
But it's not okay for them to kill us.
But that's the thing.
Makes no sense.
They turn us like, and this is something deep, right? Because I feel as though like certain things like this have to be addressed because I feel as though like the way media is like featured and the way that it presents certain things,
Right.
it's presented with an agenda in mind, and I feel as though like I just think that when I see a black person on the news, usually it's not.
It's
for
never good.
anything remotely positive. Exactly, like
I just want to go off topic here, guys. This is Dream Seekers podcast right here. All three of us. We started this together. We can continue. Just want to make sure everybody knows that
Yeah. Speak your mind.
because they never knew that
Speak
it was
your
just all three of us.
Right. No, but yeah, I feel as though it's just like, I don't know. It's the way media is in general and how they kind of just put black people on TV. They make us look like coons. Like,
That's how the media portrays. First of all, that's how the media portrays us.
Right.
We're
Like animals.
if you want to look at the movies always make another country look horrible.
Right.
Movies always make another culture look horrible.
Mm-hmm.
Movies always make other things look horrible compared to them. But when it comes to our own people, media only shows, I think, as far as African Americans, they don't show the negative side.
Don't show the
Kanye West doing this crazy stuff, or this black kid got killed because he was trying to fight the cop, or this, or that. And it's like crazy to me. Like, another one, like we're supposed to unite, but you guys are putting us down.
Right, exactly.
You guys are doing this. Just like the whole lower income thing, talking about LeBron, he should shut up and dribble.
Right.
The whole situation, I don't know if I told you about that.
I heard about that.
Yeah, we were there watching the video.
Yeah.
Basically, this news reporter, LeBron and Kevin Durant were in the car with this other African American woman talking about thoughts on Donald Trump and all that.
Right.
And they were like, he's not my president. I don't like what he's doing. I don't like what he stands for. Da, da, da. And his news reporter basically said, LeBron, you have no room to talk about this. You and Kevin Durant should just shut up and dribble. And I'm like, wait. As soon as an African American man speaks his mind, you guys automatically hate him.
Right.
I was reading this post on Facebook. It said, if we don't do what's in their agenda, speaking of Caucasians, if we don't do what's on their agenda, they start to hate you. If you start doing what they want you to do, they love you. But as soon as you stand up for something, like Colin Kaepernick, they automatically hate you.
Right, exactly.
And it's crazy to me.
Right, exactly. And I feel as though it's just like with just the way, and I'm going back to the media, but it's not even just the media at large too. It's the people that are like in positions of power where they just use, black people is just like,
even the
just
black
like
people in power,
get money. Exactly.
even the African Americans in power, they're sellouts.
Yeah, and you're right about that too.
Think about
a lot
it.
of them now, like
they don't really stand up for their own culture.
Right.
They just do what they just looking for themselves because they're looking out to get their money.
No, yeah, they do what they're told by like older white people, because like Jay-Z, I wouldn't ever consider like Jay-Z a sellout, because Jay-Z, especially his last couple albums, it's all been about
like 444. 444 was one of those things that political album. But I feel as though rappers or artists, hip hop artists, have so much voice in today's world, but they're scared.
They're not. Yeah.
They're scared to lose all their money.
Yeah.
They're scared to lose all their money. They talk out about this African American getting cops killed and all that.
Honest.
But they don't want to say that.
Yeah.
They don't want to say that because they're scared they're gonna lose their money.
Yeah.
They're scared they're gonna lose their popularity, their fame, their everything. They're not even gonna lose their popularity or fame. They're just gonna lose their money.
Right.
And that's all they care about is money. You think about it. This country is one of the greatest countries in the world.
Right.
Right. Absolutely.
America, I don't know. America just by itself is hard.
Brainwashed.
To me, when I get old enough, I'm leaving America.
Right.
I don't know if I told you, but I'm leaving. The first chance I get.
Where you gonna go, bro?
I have no idea. I still have to think about that.
All right.
But I really just want to leave this country altogether because this country is so messed up. Like, World War III is about to happen.
Oh shit.
With China and Russia?
It's going to happen sooner or later because the relations between us and just other countries as a whole
No.
is so fucked up.
Serious?
With us and China, we're not even cool with each other no more. We just do business now. Now it's just business for us.
Just money.
Just business.
Right.
Everything made in China is just business. We used to fuck with China back in the day. Now they don't even mess with us.
Right. Because of Trump.
And China said, what did China say? China said if there's World War III happening, China's going to back up Russia.
Right.
Not us. Russia.
Because they on their side. They're part of the country. Think about it.
And North Korea and South Korea, they had their own history beef with each other. Now they about to be just Korea. I think Kim Jong-un.
Yeah,
he went to South Korea. South Korea, right? I don't know which Korea he's president of. But he went. Oh yeah. Okay, so he went from North Korea to visit the South Korean president, and they were all happy, shaking hands. They were cool to each other. Now think about it. It won't be North and South Korea no more. It's going to be Korea.
The world's changing, man.
And it's going to be crazy because those guys are going to be on Russia's side. Because Kim Jong-un already don't like us.
No. About the nuke us.
So he's going to go over there and help Russia. But it's going to be United States and the United Allies versus Russia, China, and their allies.
Right. Oh, shit.
And bro, I'm scared. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm scared for my life.
What about Syria and America? You think?
I have no idea, man. I just know. I don't know how long.
Chemical attacks and stuff like that?
Listen, with everything Russia said just recently, if the United States ever crosses their borders,
Right.
you get shot on sight. Basically,
Right.
what they said is you get shot on sight, and that's that. And it's like crazy.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I see the thing. The thing is, though, it's just that like I can kind of understand that because with America, it's like people, especially like in the media, they like to make America look like it's this perfect place and we don't do anything wrong.
Yeah,
we've done so much bad.
That's
shit.
what I was thinking.
I can understand why they don't like us.
When somebody says the American dream, they want to live the American dream. Can one of you guys explain to me what the American dream is?
No, I know what it is.
Because I have no idea. I'm still trying to.
No. It's just like this. I feel as though like the American dream is something that rappers talk about. There's I'm getting money, or I'm with this girl, I'm with that girl,
I got this car.
I got this car, I got these clothes, I got these. It's it's just like a phrase, but it's just like that's why hip hop is so popular with not even just black people. Honestly, I think white people love hip hop more than we do.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because I feel as though like it's like we're saying what they want us to say and what they expect us to say, but it's the way that we deliver it. You know what I'm saying? That's why like.
But yeah, like back to what we were talking about, Stephon Clarke.
Yeah.
The whole situation. No, I just want to relate back to the video what we were talking about. The whole situation is crazy to me because it's like you killed a man because first of all, in the video, you can see him running for his life. You can see the cops chasing him, and you can hear the gunshots. Boom, 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 20 times.
Mm-hmm.
For what reason? He was trying to get back inside of his house. I was reading.
Yeah.
He was trying to get back inside of his house. And the door was locked, so he's trying to open the window and get in. But the cops started chasing him, and he started running. When you see somebody chasing you,
of course you're going to run.
You're going to run.
Right.
Of course, they're going to ask you why you're running. Because you were chasing me.
Mm-hmm.
What do you do with like a dog chasing you? What you going to do? Run.
Yeah, exactly.
If it's not your dog. If it's just a dog that sees you, and you see that dog face like gets mad and starts chasing you, you start running.
Right. I mean, yeah, exactly. Like
you see somebody chasing you. You see a car chasing after you. You're running.
Because it's going to kill you, though.
No matter what it is.
Right.
So basically, if a cop runs after you, you're not gonna just be like, do. You're gonna run.
Right. Exactly.
Which is why I don't understand. Like,
not all cops are Mr. Rogers.
Not even that. Not even that. It's not even Mr. Rogers' neighborhood. You just running because you see somebody chasing you.
Right.
First instinct is to run.
Right. Oh no! Wait, this is crazy because like, did you ever see this movie called like Get Out with like the black man and the white woman?
Get Out the movie?
Exactly.
Yeah. With yeah.
In the very beginning, it hit close to home because it wasn't anything to do with cops, but it was just the way that black people in suburban areas perceive their surroundings, right? So like, it was funny because in the beginning he was like, "Yo, I'm in the middle of this white suburb," like he was playing and making fun of it, but then, he got uncomfortable when he saw like a white person in the very beginning or a figure that he didn't know about, and then he was like, "All right, I really have to get out, I don't like this area," but then by that time it was too late. Apparently he got him, so. But it was crazy too because, back to the Stephon Clarke thing, like black people as a whole and just, how we look at suburban areas, depending on how comfortable we are in those areas,
right.
It's just not the place for us.
Right.
No matter what.
I mean, they don't want us to go there anyway. The suburbs anyway, because we're not like them.
It's crazy. To me, it's just crazy. I don't know. To me, it's crazy. I just feel like
you play loud music and all that stuff. Turn that stuff down. I'm calling the cops.
I don't look. I be in Conshohocken, part of Pennsylvania, blasting music.
Mm-hmm.
All these Caucasian people look at me, and they just turn away real quick, like they don't see me no more.
Right.
Like I could be over here. Like, pretend he's one of the white people looking at me, or you're one of it.
Yeah.
I'm driving. I had a loud music playing. You're looking at me for like 1 second, then we make eye contact. Then you just look away, like.
I get what you're saying.
Right.
Like, why? What, did I scare you?
Right.
I'm just listening to music. I can't listen to music.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And they look like they're so scared of me. I'm like, what did I do?
Right. Exactly. And another thing too is just like white people. I think the funny thing is with them in particular is they like black culture, but they can't ever express it to us. And then the thing is like, even since slavery and shit like that, right? I feel as though they were jealous of like our physical attributes. And not all white people are like this, but again, I feel as though like the majority of them nowadays, they kind of are.
Speaking of, yes, the majority of them nowadays are like that. Ever since Trump was elected, I think way back in 2016, all the real racist people, all the people actually came out and like, yo, I fucking hate black people, or I hate this kind of people, or you know what I'm saying?
Right.
When Donald Trump was actually running, all the racism started coming out
Right.
because Donald Trump represented something that we haven't seen in a while.
Mm-hmm.
He represents, I don't know, like a Hitler to me.
Yeah.
Not as bad.
He's like Hitler for white people.
Not as bad.
Not as bad.
He's not. He can't kill us.
Right.
He can't kill minorities, but he's what the words he says is just as bad as Hitler.
Right.
He blamed a certain type of people. Hitler blamed a certain type of people, Jewish people. It was mostly Jewish people.
Yeah.
But then it started becoming blacks and all the other minorities. Now you have Trump doing the same thing. Mostly he talked about was Middle Easterns, Muslims. Then he said blacks. Then he said this, Mexican. Then he said that person. And it's like, when do you realize that there's no difference between him and Hitler? Trump and Hitler are basically the same person.
You gotta look
two
like
different people.
Trump is like Hitler. You're right. Trump is like Hitler.
He's just not. He's just not.
More money.
He's more money, but he's not as crazy as Hitler was.
Right.
Hitler back then
took it to a whole nother.
So yeah, took it to a whole nother level.
Yeah,
Trump, on the other hand, won't do that.
Mm-hmm.
But they're basically the same people,
Right.
same person.
Mm-hmm.
It's just Trump won't be as crazy as him.
Yeah.
Think about it. And it's crazy to me. Before he got voted, I forget who was doing it. I think some show was doing this thing where they had quotes. It was from. They said it was from Trump. It was from Hitler.
Yeah.
They said it was crazy ass quotes, and they asked the white person. They asked the people, "Would you still vote for Trump?" Most of them was like, "Yeah."
Yeah.
They were like, "Oh, it's just a quote by Hitler." They're like, "Oh, really? Oh, I'm still voting for Trump." I said, "Yo, what?"
Wait. So basically, they presented the quotes as something that Trump said, and then
Yeah.
in actuality, it was like really Hitler.
Yeah. But the crazy thing is, though, he said this quote, and he said it was from Trump. Would you still vote for him?
He's like, yeah.
Most of them was like, yeah. And to me, I was like, what?
What?
I still vote for somebody that crazy. He's like, oh, it was just by Hitler.
Right.
Oh, okay. I'm still voting for Trump. Huh?
Right. Exactly.
How you still voting for somebody?
Okay.
No, see, the thing is like nowadays, it's like I feel as though like Americans in general, because this is just, it goes beyond just a race issue, but just Americans in general just like desensitized towards a lot of things. Like, you know, if Trump, all right, basically, if Trump came out in the early 2000s and said that he wanted to run for president, right? I feel as though because of his status back then, it would have been possibility, but you know.
His status still stands today.
He said a lot of dumb stuff though, still, and his status is that crazy too.
Exactly, but money talks, because once you reach a certain level of financial status, they no longer care.
His dad started that business, man.
I don't know if you guys know, but his family's from Europe.
Yeah.
He's not even American.
Yeah, he's not even American.
Everything he says, like I'm going to deport all black people to where they live, or Mexicans to back to Mexico or whatever. What about you? You're from Europe.
Right.
Exactly what he's saying. You're coming from Europe. So go back to Europe. Let's bring you back to Europe.
So he's like, he's a foreigner.
His ancestors.
I think he's like first generation.
First generation. His ancestors from.
No, I know, you know what else is crazy though? Like
his dad's from Europe too.
That too, but his wife is Mexican or Latina, he's deporting Mexicans.
Yeah.
Like,
no,
what kind of shit
she's
is
Mexican
that?
or French?
Huh?
She's Mexican.
Ivanka? Doesn't sound Spanish.
No, not Ivanka. The Melina.
Ivanka's Spanish shit. That's what I was going. But yeah.
The Melina, right?
Melania.
That's Spanish.
She's French.
Yeah,
she's French.
That's foreign. No,
she's French.
She's Russian.
She's not. She's like Mexican.
She's Mexican.
Yeah, I think she's Mexican. Yeah.
Maybe.
I got Google.
Melania is definitely a foreign name.
It sounds foreign.
But
somebody told me she was Russian. That's why. That's why Paul.
Yeah.
What's his name? The Russian dude and Trump are really good together.
Putin?
Yeah, Putin.
What kind of name is that?
He got a funny name though.
Putin.
Putin.
Putin right here.
Well, Putin right here.
But no, back to the thing. Back to Stephon Clarke. I just feel like They should get justice for what it. I feel as though cops should get arrested. First of all, they should get terminated from their job, put in jail, and stay there for maybe 20 years?
Mm-hmm.
Should we get enough or more?
20 years.
I feel it's 20 or more years because
That's what they do.
they deserve time for what they did and for every other cop did too.
Mm-hmm.
Starting all the way back to Trayvon Martin's club. What was that dude's name?
Zimmerman.
George Zimmerman. Yes. But they should do time for what they did and everything all the way back to George Zimmerman.
Right.
For what he did. And that goes way, way back.
But I've been started though. Look at the other bull.
And then for their family, I guess you can't really do nothing for their family. You just giving the cops justice is good enough, right?
Right.
That's what they did to Ronnie King, right? They beat up Ronnie King.
Right, and they got away with it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Even with the video footage in front of their damn face.
Bro, like this.
Yeah.
I'm gonna beat you up.
They had the
I
whole.
was like, I'm gonna beat your ass, nigga.
I don't understand that.
But
To
the-
me,
no,
they
but
had
the
the
thing-
full video in front of the judge's
But
face.
he kept on going though. It told him to stop.
But see,
He
my
kept on
thing,
going.
my thing with that is, it's like these judges in the whole system, like they all work together with each other.
And then what did they create?
They're all
Right.
corrupt anyway because they already know what they're doing. So so you said the whole video was played in court?
Yeah, the whole video. It's the
It's
whole
right
video.
That's
there.
fucked
That's
up,
evidence.
But
I'm
the
not
cops
surprised.
they let the cops go.
Yeah, I mean, it's that's really unfortunate.
And then
but I feel as though
and then
like
what
it's
they
not
do?
surprising.
What they do?
That's
Right.
why I
It's
said.
fucked up, but
That's why I said, Stephon Clarke. These African Americans are not going to get no justice anytime soon, because it goes all the way back, like you said, it was all the way back to
92.
Rodney King. Probably way before that.
Oh yeah.
But we
Martin
don't.
King.
But there's so much evidence, like probably even slavery time. But we couldn't do nothing then. So of course, when we actually can fight back and when we're free, then it's like too late now.
Right.
Because during slavery time, we could have stood up, but we can't.
Yeah.
We're trying to make our own life.
Right.
So how do we do that? We got to work for the white man.
Right, exactly.
The white man did all this, and they kept being them. And then now that we get our own freedom, it's like, oh, it's too late now for you. You should have done that way
You
back.
should have been did it.
I was like, wait, how are we supposed to have been did that? So you're saying we should starve and kill ourselves for talking back? Because we know if we talk back then,
We getting shot.
what's gonna happen?
We getting shot at.
We're getting killed right on the spot.
Right, exactly. See, yeah, exactly, and that's my thing because I feel as though like racial relations, unfortunately, we can try to make them better. We can really try, but like I feel as though at the end of the day, we can respect cultures and we can respect each other's like cultural differences and whatnot. But it's like, it's literally, unfortunately now, it's every race for themselves. Because
No, but we got-
because black people, we're gonna be racially biased towards our own.
No, we
You know
gotta
what
handle
I'm
the
saying?
communities first
All of
and
us.
then handle that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
With
You gotta be
me,
black first. You gotta be black first.
Right. Because
Look.
it'd be nice to handle both, but
I'm gonna say that one thing.
Not at the same time.
One thing right now, I'm not even racist. You could have a white person sitting there. I'll be like, all right, put your thoughts in. You could have an Asian person. You could have a black person. You can have Middle East. You could have any type of person here.
Right.
As long as we are just cool with each other and can just talk without having any problems, that's cool.
Right.
But if we have problems, then I'm gonna have to remove whoever caused the problem out
right.
Right.
because I don't care.
Yeah, bro.
I can have any type of person in this room right now,
Right.
and I'll automatically connect
hmm
because that's the type of person I am.
Yeah.
But if you are starting a problem, whoever are causing a problem, that person is gonna get kicked out
Right.
because it's like you starting a problem. We don't need that.
Right. Exactly.
I don't need that.
Mhm.
A lot of people like drama in their life, all that. No, keep that over there. All the people that I mess with, that I'm cool with, are on my and my clique for a
Your
reason.
wavelength, yeah.
Yeah, they're with me for a reason,
Right.
and that's how I am. No matter who you are,
No matter who you are.
it don't matter what you
You're
are.
still human.
You could be an alien. You guys are laughing.
Aliens,
but
they're not
But
gonna
he being
understand
real,
our
he being
language.
real.
I mean, yeah, I understand what you're saying.
But you know what I'm saying? Like, you could come from another world, come here, and I'll still cook it with you. We can still have a cool conversation.
Yeah, let's go
And that's
to the park.
it.
Let's go to the park. Let's play
It's
basketball.
going to be a very nice conversation,
Right.
right? But no, but I feel you on that, and that's real because it's just like, personally, when I was younger, I didn't used to see everything through color all the time, but unfortunately now because of just like, all the races, I feel like they all man against black people for some reason, even though black people create almost everything. We built America, but yet we're hated in America. And they took us against our will and made us do their work.
Makes sense.
Speaking of that, speaking of that, I was reading something. I forget. Before slavery, they was just whooping us, right? Or whooping African Americans, ancestors. And then when we actually get free, they shove a Bible in your face. Like, this is what you believe. This is what you'll believe in. This is what you should follow.
Right.
This is what.
Another thing.
Okay, yeah.
Another thing. It was coming from Africa, right? They changed their names. Like the original names, just your name. Like your African name, they changed to like American name.
See,
It's your name now.
I don't know if many people know that, but as soon as when they actually got freed, the white man shoves the Bible in your book and like, this is what you believe in.
right.
You don't believe in anything else. Believe in this right now.
Right. And see, and my thing is black people, they've had the Bible forced onto them, many times before because the white man, and this is deep because I do believe that there's a higher power out there, but the way that the Bible has been used, white people, they definitely did it so black people would have less anger to rebel towards them because if they didn't believe in anything and they didn't care, black people are physically strong enough, especially if they band together, they're strong enough to overtake a group of white people easily because it's like physical attributes. That's why they had us out in the sun doing the work. White people couldn't have done that. We could, you know what I'm saying? Because
And that, I feel like it's though, no matter what, black people are gonna be more athletically built to do more than Caucasians.
yeah.
You think about it. Think about sports. When you think of sports, what's the first person that comes to your mind? Any sport.
Black person.
No, but what's your, like, you think of basketball, you think of Michael Jordan. You think of football.
Soccer.
Like, what's your first person, when I say sports, who's the first person you think of? Any sport. LeBron James. He's African American. When you think of sports, what's the first person you think of?
Ronaldinho. He's
Ronaldinho is a soccer player.
Yeah.
He's a legend. I love him. When I think of sports, I think of people like LeBron, Jordan, Russell Westbrook, Kevin Durant, Allen Iverson. I don't think of many Caucasian people. Like, yeah, you got Larry Bird, but I don't. When I think about sports, first thing I think about is basketball, because I love basketball. So when somebody says sports, first person I think about is LeBron James, because I'm my favorite player, or Ben Simmons. But I never say, oh, John Stockton, oh, Larry Bird,
Yeah.
oh, Chris Mullin. I don't think about none of that, because when you think about sports, you think about African Americans.
Right, exactly.
When I say music, who's the first person you think of?
Tupac.
Who's the first person you think of when I say music?
Damn. Honestly, there's a few people, but one example I say is Drake.
Drake. And Drake is half black, half white. Tupac is a rap legend, born in New York. But if you guys don't know him, you guys need to look him up. Tupac. When I think about music, I think about Notorious B.I.G. I listen to him a lot too.
Yeah.
Ice Cube, Eazy-E. I don't think about Eminem, Mac Miller. Yeah, Eminem is a big name, but you don't think about
Him at first.
him at first.
Right.
Takes you a while.
Right.
You don't say Mac Miller. You don't say, I don't know anybody else that's Caucasian, but you know what I'm saying.
Right, exactly.
But I feel as though this whole Stephon Clarke case.
Who did he shoot? Like a white person or?
No, the cops shot him
Or
20 times in the back.
oh snap.
And then they said,
Damn.
they said, hey, get up. Get up.
I mean, they did this with
Get
one
up.
person in New York too.
I think 5 times they shot him 5 times. They're like, get up. He couldn't get up.
Right, they shot him.
Or no, he was starting to get up. Shot him 5 more times. Then he tried getting up again. They shot him 10 more times. He couldn't get up.
How many total shots? Though?
20 shots.
Damn.
And I'm like,
No, the guy I'm talking about, he got shot like 40 times.
That's cold.
But he's black,
But-
and he's black. He's my heritage too.
I
He's
think
my country.
the whole
He's from the
situation, the only way you could get justice for his brother, the only way you could get justice for this man, Stephon Clarke, is by putting these cops in jail. Fire them on
And
the
the thing
spot,
is, he ain't
and then
even-
put him in jail. That's
He's
it.
going on a story, coming back, and then went to his house. The cop was like this, freeze. He didn't even do nothing.
You probably
Shot
was
him
like
40 times.
Yeah.
He's a foreign dude, so like, what are you talking about? Shot him 40 times for no reason.
Yo, see, my thing is just like, see, and this is a crazy analogy. Now, hear me out, because it's true. And the conversation that I've been listening to so far, and what I've taken part in, has made me realize this now.
Now,
I feel as though, well, not now per se, but I'm
Okay.
really thinking about it more.
okay.
Okay.
I feel as though black people, everyday black people, are still slaves, and the police that enforce the rules and abuse their positions of power, they're the modern day slave masters. Because think about it. A black man didn't do anything wrong, and like literally 40 shots for no reason. Like that's
Smart as
that's
shit.
crazy. Like that's crazy, right?
Coming back from the story, though. Coming back from the story.
Right, that's
See?
not fair.
And we need more African Americans like you.
Yeah.
That's smart and like you, because we actually use our brains.
Mhm.
A lot of African Americans don't usually use their brains nowadays. Not saying
No.
people are stupid,
Some of them don't.
but
Right.
They just take whatever is on the road
they just do whatever.
Mhm.
and just follow.
So what they do, yeah, obviously it's wrong, but you keep doing dumb stuff.
Right.
But we need more people that use their brain and think about topics like this.
Right. Exactly.
Because they realize, they're like, oh man, maybe if I do this, maybe if I listen to this person, I'll succeed in life. If I listen to this person, I'll go down in life.
Right.
But that's just me.
Alright, I got a question for both of y'all.
Okay.
What is it?
If you see an undercover cop, right, and you ain't know him, he's a cop, right, and he's harassing this black person, what would you do? Just like roll past him, or just stop?
I'm sorry.
Or
You
What
said
was the question?
you
So the
said
undercover cop,
undercover cop.
Mhm.
right?
He's harassing
Stole a gun from the lockers, right?
Yeah.
And you didn't know he's a cop. You thought he was like a regular white person harassing this black person. What would you do? Just ignore him, or just stay
Oh, you talking about like that scene Tupac was in?
Right.
Where you seen? Oh, exactly
What
what
would you
Tupac
do?
did.
Yeah, what would you
Exactly
do?
what
Right.
Tupac
What would
did.
you do?
Exactly.
Would you shoot him or just like, fuck it?
I mean,
No, I'm not gonna be just like fuck it. I'm not gonna do that.
I wouldn't
We
do it
get- I'm
because
getting
it
out of the
happens,
car.
It happens too much.
I'm getting out of the car and be exactly what Tupac did. I don't care if I'm going to jail. You could take me to jail. You could shoot me. But you're not shooting another black man. We're not doing that no more. I'd rather go to jail than get shot at. I don't care what nobody says.
Fuck with that, man. Fuck with the answer, man.
Y'all
I like
think,
that. I like the energy, bro.
Bro,
Right,
this
man.
is
Yeah,
energy
yeah.
ticket.
yo, when you ask me that question, it's like, yo, what do you expect? You expect me to be like in the car, like, oh, a black man getting shot. Okay. Do. No, fuck off. Stop in the car, parking on the side. Yo, what's up? Get your gun away from that dude. He ain't do shit wrong.
Right.
Keep walking. And you want to do it right now?
And the cop
No,
be
get
like-
out of here.
And the cop be like, and the cop be like,
Damn.
mind your business. This ain't your business. This ain't your.
No, it is my business. You know why? Because he's black. You know what I am? I'm black. That is my business. Because he's one of us. He's one of me.
Right.
We're the same.
Right.
So it is my business. When you said it's not my business, it is my business. First of all, you a cop abusing your power. Are you a cop? Let me see your badge real quick. All right, you a cop? But what did he do wrong?
He was just standing there.
All right, he was just standing there. All right, get the fuck out of here.
See, no. So
I'm not-
we need
I'm not
people
even
like
gonna-
that
I'm not
that
even gonna
have
hit
that
him.
energy. We need people that have that fire. You know what I'm saying? Because
Pac had that fire though.
we need people
That's
that
why he got
have
shot.
that same
He was like, I
energy,
ain't
but we need to
scared.
have them
Fuck life.
synchronized. And unfortunately, whether or not black people ever end up getting to that point. Because honestly, if black people, I'm gonna just be honest. I feel as though if they had the same. And I don't even want to go off on a tangent because I'm gonna just keep it quick. But if they had the same educational opportunities as like white people, we'd be so much further ahead. And and I'm not even saying that to like be on some arrogant shit because it's black people. It's just like we'd be further ahead just by ourselves because there doesn't need to be a competition between races. It can just all just be
We
ourselves.
should all just, instead of race competition, we should all just push each other up. That's push each other like a white man could push a black man forward. A black man could do the same thing for a Middle Eastern.
Well, that's not
But that's not
happening.
how the case
That's not
is.
happening nowadays. They want to be like us.
Like we don't even look at each other for no more. African Americans don't look out for each other no more.
Right.
But the
That's
white
it.
man,
The white man looks out for each other now.
yeah.
But they don't-
some
they
of
don't-
them don't want to be like. They want to be like us though. They want to like talk how we talk.
Anything else you guys want to add?
Nah, man. I feel as though like
We talked about
we talked
everything.
about a lot. Yeah.
Anything else you want to add?
I'm good, bro.
Okay. That's the end of the Dream Seekers podcast. See you again for another video.